Welcome back, everybody. Okay, the goal of our next guest is to spark ideas and conversations. So we want to welcome author Dr. Bernie Mullin. And Dr. Bernie, we already have been having a wonderful conversation.
We have.
I gotta give it to you. You're a Chiefs fan.
I'm afraid so. I'm English originally. Well, I'm not, but you know, I do love the Broncos. But first place I lived when I came to America was Kansas.
Okay.
Going to the University of Kansas for grad school, and so I became a Chiefs fan. Suffered for many years, and now enjoying my homies, Patrick.
I love it so much. All right, well, hey, we'll give you that one for now, but we're going to talk about your book. This is a great one, incredible, so excited to get into it. Tell us your connections to Denver and to Colorado before we get into this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I came to Denver in 1991 to be Senior VP of Business for the Colorado Rockies, and had 3 amazing years. You know, one of the first employees, built the staff, obviously created all the attendance records, was the owner's rep in the initial design and concept and building of Coors Field. And that's where I met my wife. So exciting from their perspective. Then I created the Denver Grizzlies IHL team. I was president GM, you know, which we had a year to prep and then 1 season, and then we got put out of business by the Avalanche.
Yes.
So then I moved and became Vice Chancellor of Athletics at the University of Denver.
Wow.
And built the Ritchie Center and all. It took us to Division I.
Wow.
And then in 2000, my wife and I left. Went to New York to work for the NBA for 4 years, and then CEO of the Atlanta Hawks, Atlanta Thrashers NHL team.
Yes.
Did that for 4 years, and then I started my own sports marketing firm, which I've done for the last 16 years. I just sold it, and in semi-retirement, 50th year as an American, I wrote this book. Thank you to America. Thank you to all the amazing people that helped me fall in love with this country. The American dream was aspirational for me, and I think it's fading for many. And so I believe we need to bring it back for many. And the final part of the book, it's called Reimagining America's Dream, Making It Attainable for All. It's never really been attainable for poor people, uneducated people, people on the margins. And I think we need to do that. I think that's the way to end a lot of the toxicity in our society today.
Sure, and these are all things that we can find in the pages of your book, which is incredible. What made, I mean, you kind of talked about the inspiration behind the book, but what made you really say, hey, I want to sit down, put pen to paper, and get this out there for people to understand?
I think more than anything else, to share it. I've been so blessed to have the American dream for me and for my kids and for my grandkids now, and to just see what it means to them. And so to really want to share that. And I hate politics, which is hilarious, that in a presidential election year that I've written a book that I hope will have relevance for a lot of people. It's very middle of the road, it's very independent, it's very fair-minded, it's very listen to everybody. And how do we get everybody, particularly the marginalized, the poor, the uneducated, into American society to enjoy America and all we have? I'm English, obviously, and a European originally. I've worked, my company, we've worked all over the world in 13 countries. So I've had a chance to see America, in my opinion, is the best country on the earth. We have warts, we definitely do.
Sure.
But let's address them. Let's solve them. Let's get rid of them.
Right. Like you said, starting the conversation, which is so wonderful. Now, who would you say should buy this book, read this book?
Anybody, but I think it's going to appeal more to independents, centrists, people who can understand both sides. I think the extreme left is not going to like it, and I think the extreme right is not going to like it, because I think there is a lot of people that benefit today from the conflict and the dissension, and we have to change that. And I think the media has a significant role, and I say that in the book. But really, it starts with simple stuff. It starts with we have the highest GDP, you know, the gross domestic product, biggest economy in the world. And we have the highest percentage of our one of the highest percentage of our population are living under poverty. That's wrong. So let's have a national minimum wage, minimum $15, and it works. At the University of Denver, I have 8 employees of my company that I've now sold, who used to make $24,000 a year base, and they now make $32,000 a year base.
Yeah.
They make the minimum in the city and county of Denver, okay? And then they make commissions on top of that.
Yeah.
They can live. Before they had to live 4 or 5 to an apartment, they had to live with their parents.
Sure.
You know, everybody should be able to live. A single parent mom should be able to look after a child with one full-time job.
Yes.
And be able to come home, make dinner, not go to a food desert and get everything out of a can.
Right.
Or, no offense to the fast food people, do that, you know, hamburger on Monday, pizza on Tuesday. They need to be able to spend that quality time nurturing their child.
Yes.
And we need to make sure that not only does she or he get the minimum wage, but in addition, all of their babysitting, all of the preschool, all of the latchkey kid babysitting at school is there. And then the other part of what we're recommending is an educational program that prior to going into high school, rising freshmen go away for an 8-week sleepaway camp. A common experience. Rich, poor, black, brown, yellow, white, doesn't matter. They learn how to get along. And the theme is becoming an adult.
Yes.
How do you be an adult? And how do you take responsibility, you know, for don't create teenage pregnancies,
Right.
wait until later. All of those kind of things are there. They
Yes.
get paid.
Yeah.
Then before their sophomore, junior, and senior year, these young men and women have got internships where they get paid. If they do that, they will have, with interest, $25,000 cash in their pocket at the age of 18.
Yeah. Good place to start.
Yeah, and the second biggest issue, of course, for poor people and people in the margins is they cannot generate generational wealth.
Right.
So it solves both of those
Yes.
ideas.
Yes, and all of this again in the pages of your wonderful book and things that people can really understand when it comes to thinking and conversing about these ideas. Dr. Bernie, where can somebody get a copy of your book?
They can get it at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, several other places. That's probably the easiest place.
Wonderful. Well, we cannot wait to dig into these pages. A lot of really interesting concepts for people to chew on and understand more about. It's been so wonderful chatting with you.
No, thank you.
Again, we won't give you too much of a hard time for your
Being the chief, no, that's okay. No, thank you so much. I mean, obviously, all of the costs of the programs are less than what we recently budgeted for the Gaza war and for Ukraine. So these are very, very sound, cost-effective solutions that are easily implementable.
Amazing. Dr. Bernie, again, thank you so much. And guys, Dr. Bernie Mullin's new book, Reimagining America's Dream, Making It Attainable for All, will be available in July. You can pre-order a copy now at theaspiredifference.org. They sponsored today's segment.